Good afternoon and happy Friday. Hope everyone had a fabulous week. We're a week of 55 and I've had a terrible week. This can be triggering for some people, so I do apologize in advance. Wednesday afternoon, I was chatting with a friend of mine and kind of had a little bit of an epiphany about kind of why I've been feeling like in this haze days, kind of like feeling really depressed lately. And it brought me back to April of 2024, when I was done with life and I tried to kill myself. So what had happened basically was I was alone. I was at my house in Mission. I was very intoxicated and I was just really in my feelings just about the fact that I had become a fucking failure in life. I was, just going through the motions. I was really hurt. Physically, my back was just fucked up. I couldn't barely walk. It was brutal. And I had a handful of pills and I just couldn't do it. I bitched out and, and I ended up passing out from the alcohol and woke up and, ever since then though, I've kind of, obviously I was drinking for a lot longer before I decided to get sober. But I had this epiphany on Wednesday where, when I was planning on ending my life, I remember thinking about that, Crystal and the kids would be okay because, Crystal's family would step in and help them. I didn't feel like I was a man anymore. I didn't feel like I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I was just done with life. So, now that I kind of am sober and I'm present, but I don't have any real vices or crutches anymore, and I'm feeling the feelings. Sometimes I get the feeling that I'm just like, I'm watching how my life would have gone. I'm watching how my family's life would have gone without me here. Like I feel like I'm already dead. And it's hard. It's hard to feel that, and I've been feeling really down. And I don't know if anyone else has ever struggled with that before, but it's been a fucked up feeling for me. And it's hard. And then last night I went to bed at about 10:40 and, I've been having this like impending doom thing where I've been, going through a lot with my mom. The Fraser Health system is completely fucked up. Basically I can't speak for everybody. I can just speak for what I'm seeing for the last year and a bit. And they're basically enabling addicts to kill themselves. And understandably, choice to do what you want, but it's quite sad and terrible to see. And me working in a business that I work in where I have to wear many hats to get a car deal done. I feel like in a nursing position or a doctor, you're not a human. How I feel, you're just a number. And I'm sure that's not for everybody, and I'm sorry if this offends people in healthcare. It's just what I've seen, that's all. I've heard that slip through the cracks saying about 40 times in a year, right? So it fucking sucks. But anyway, so from there, I woke up at midnight and my heart was racing and I felt this impending doom. I shot out of bed. I was pacing around my house. I was going outside, I was going inside, I was dumping cold water on my head. I was really freaked out to the point where an ambulance did show up, and it ended up being a panic attack. And, with me not having the anxiety these days as much as I have, or that panic feeling, I honestly forgot what it was like to have that feeling of true terror, and I was terrified. And once I started talking and it was like okay, and I didn't have any chest pains, I didn't have any kind of the feelings, I wasn't in a cold sweat, I didn't have these things. They're like, oh, do you do drugs? I was like, I absolutely do not do drugs. So all these things kind of compounded, and then from there I ended up calming myself down. But it was that like adrenaline times 10. It was, my heart was probably at, 160, 170, which is crazy for me. I just felt really fucked up. and it was that impending doom, and I just couldn't get under the anxiety attack. Luckily, I mean, I'm visibly, I don't know, you know, I'm shaken up today. I'm tired, I'm beaten up, but I want you to know out there that, you know, why I do these clips and why I've been tracking kind of what I've been doing. You know, obviously it's to hold myself accountable, but it's also to show you, the people that view these videos, that like, you're heard, you're seen. And a lot of the times the things that I say in these videos, it's, you know, what I wish people would say to me. And it's just been one of those things where through my life, I've fallen through the cracks, as you could say, in friendships, relationships. You know, everything is kind of like, oh, Adam will figure it out. Adam's got it. Adam's this, Adam's that. You know, and honestly, for a long time in my life, I didn't. And I was able just to figure it out. And it hurts to know that, you know, you're the guy that just figures it out and his emotions don't really seem to play into the feeling of what it should be at that time. But enough of that. That is how my last 7 days have went. I hope everyone is feeling okay and safe. I lost a dear friend in the middle of the night, and just got the news about an hour ago, and it's fucking tragic. You know, we only got one life, guys. You know, we only get one life here, and just try your best to be free, man. Just love, and I know it's hard because there's so much hate out there and there's so much bullshit. But just please try to just, you know, love thy neighbor, man. Just, you know, try your best to do one good thing a day to try to brighten somebody's day. You know, be the reason somebody makes a positive decision today. And remember, like I felt that I was dying last night. We only get one chance, and you know, this is what real healing is. You know, this is it. This is me killing the ego. This is what it's all about. So have a great Friday. Be safe, be kind, try to be the reason somebody makes a positive decision. Yeah, and thank you, and we'll see you soon.